But you know
Now,
what's...
I think... Oh, maybe not.
What?
What were you saying? What were you saying there, Chief?
But you know what, you know what is...
The worst thing you've ever seen? I'm guessing?
One of the best things I've ever seen, actually.
Oh, that's loading. Okay. That is what I was going to say. Now for the part where Slam tells us pretty much everything, because I haven't seen anything else in this whole episode. So, take it away, Chief.
The Incredibles 2.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Directed by... Not Brad Bird? What? Wait, hang on. Hold on. Wait a toilet.
Brad B.
Brad did not return for... Wait, hang on. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was looking at Toy Story 4 on Wikipedia.
Oh.
Yes, Brad Bird did return for Incredibles 2. Thank God. Anyway. The Incredibles 2. Now, many people tend to think that The Incredibles 2 is actually trash.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't live up to par with The Incredibles. But dare I say it, I enjoyed this a lot more than I do the first movie, honestly.
Wow. All right. Good shit.
And
Good
it's
crap.
got a twist. It's got a twist villain in it, which you deduct points from, of course. But I gotta say, it's called the one thing that I have issues with the Incredibles, the first one, is that it was mostly about Mr. Incredible and not the Incredibles, right?
Yeah.
This film is about the Incredibles. This film goes into basically, for the most part, each character's life and kind of redefines it, right? So you remember the Incredibles? So basically, it takes place as the Underminer. You remember the Underminer from the first film?
No.
Behold the Underminer! I'm always beneath you, but nothing is beneath me! I hereby declare war!
I think I briefly remember that guy.
He was at the very end of the first film.
That's why I don't remember him, okay.
So this film starts with that fight. Literally right after. And yeah.
Nice. That's pretty good, actually.
It is. I would say so. I like that aspect of it. And we realize that supers are not fully, integrated into society yet. Like, they're not legal yet, So there's that. So they have to go into hiding, and they have to kind of be separated from, society again. Like, how they were going to get relocated after Mr. Incredible threw that little guy through a bunch of walls. Remember that?
Yes.
So here they have to be relocated because they did stuff with the Underminer and all that. But lo and behold, a CEO who is a huge fan of supers and all that takes them in, brings them into like this very, very 1950s house, let me tell you. And they lets Elastigirl with a new suit kind of do her thing, like being a superhero and all that, while Bob, aka Mr. Incredible, is the man of the house, like the stay-at-home dad who absolutely hates that because he wants to be a superhero and all that. So,
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, then Violet is having a crush on this guy, but the boy, gets his mind wiped. And that's a lot of that drama and all that. Dash has to learn math, like new math. Back in the day, it's like It's like the difference between like old math and new math now. Jack Jack. They've learned that Jack Jack's got powers.
Yeah.
Which is basically everything. He's got all the powers.
Huh. Nice.
And he gets to stay with Edna, which is that's just chef's kiss right there.
Ooh,
and
cool.
Yeah, basically turns out the CEO's sister is the bad guy, and Electra Girl has to take her out and all that, and the CEO walks away free at the end. They save the world, and the supers are now legal again, and it's a very, very 1960s, 1950s world. But here's my thoughts on this film here.
Yeah, shoot.
I do have some issues with the film.
Yeah.
Some of the characters are a tad uglier because there's a lot more definition with these characters and their faces and all that. I mean, some people like who is it? The Incredibles themselves, like their faces, they look decent enough, but then there's like a newscaster that looks extremely ugly and creepy looking. So there's that. The music in this film is just as good as the first one, if not better. Yeah. It slaps. The action is just awesome, I gotta say. Very nicely, very well done. What else?
Bob was still Bob.
I'll agree to a certain extent that Bob was a little bit more of an ass because he was very jealous that the fact that his wife got to be a superhero, but he didn't. But still, I would say that it's the cartoony version of him trying to hide his emotions because, yeah, he knows that he did the superheroing before, and now he's letting his wife do it. But he really wants to do it. I see his pain. You know, it's a little bit more cartoony, but it's very well done. Anyway, though, enough about that. Do I agree with everybody that says that The Incredibles 2 is garbage? Absolutely not.
Not.
Is there problems with the film? Yes. Yes, but...
Yes, there are, folks.
But... And it's a very, very... Plus, you remember in the first one, right? It was basically It was a very modern film, but had a few 1960s, 1950s twists to it,
I see, yes.
This one's very 1950s, 1960s. It's like ripped out of the modern era aesthetic, and it's placed right into the 1950s and 60s, which is kind of that's kind of distracting. But I would be lying if I said that I didn't watch this film along with the Incredibles 1, because this is what I kind of wanted to see since I saw The Incredibles, was more Incredibles, like less Mr. Incredible and more of The Incredibles. I think I got that.
Maybe you did.
So
maybe you did.
I'm probably gonna get hate for this, ranking it so high. 10 out of 10, kind folks.
No, absolutely terrible. Just totally irrelevant.
I know.
Very,
I know.
Very big fanboy score, and that's just totally no. I'm the best critic of all time.
Yes, I know. But still, I think it's a great companion piece to the first one, and I think it tells a well-rounded story if you watch them back to back, and it's a great overall film, I'm sorry. I gotta do it. 10 out of 10.
I'm sorry. Cool. I'm glad you liked it. That sounds like it was a pretty good film.
Oh, it was. It was. In my eyes, not to anyone else's, but in my eyes, yes. Anyway, though, you wanna be a friend in me?
PS4A.
What the heck was that?
That was my rendition of "You Got a Friend in Me."
That's what I heard. It's like,
yeah.
Okay.
What? That was the point. Was the "You Got a Friend in Me" because TS4.
Okay. Anyway.
There you go. Now we're plopping.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, Toy Story 4. The final question mark Toy Story film? No.
Until Cinco.
Yeah, and until Toy Story 5, because that's coming too, of course. Anyway, though,
Nice.
I remember when this film was being trashed by like everybody, just being like, "Why
Including
are you
Jeremy
making?"
Johns and Stockman.
Not before they watched it. Not after they watched it either. They were just like, why are you making a Toy Story 4? Toy Story 3 ended so perfectly. Why are you making another Toy Story film? But then we got it.
We did
And it answered so many questions. And it did so many wonderful things that, yeah, it's worth being made. Let's put it that way. So, you remember? Have you seen Toy Story 3? I can't remember. It's been.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Okay. Do you know how Bo Peep wasn't in that movie?
Yeah, I know that was a thing because you told me about it.
Yeah, so we find out that Bo Peep left. Up the Sackbuster. He's riffing around. Fig, you gonna be barking? No.
Probably so.
Okay. He said no. He's looking at me like he's no.
But it's probably a yes.
Yeah, probably later on. But anyway, so Woody's being kind of. So Bonnie is the new owner of the toys, and
good continuation, like it. Already 10.
Indeed, Woody is being kind of pushed to the side a little bit.
That's toileting.
It is. I mean, Bonnie's kind of forgetting about him. Like kids do, they forget about their toys. Like an actual kid, would do. She's not.
Aging of life.
He was the favorite, but now he's not. They fall out of favor with toys all the time, okay?
Yeah, realistic already.
It is very realistic, yes. And, so we find out that. Again, very, very, very short summary. I'm trying my best, but. Apparently, her new favorite toy is one that she made in art class called Forky.
Excellent.
And we find out how toys become alive.
Okay.
At first, throughout the trilogy or whatever, we thought that toys were just, I don't know, sentient beings or something, but I'll tell you, it doesn't necessarily show it. There's a little bit of a interpretation that you can make or whatever, but I'm 95% sure that what brings toys to life is the love that humans have when they play with their toys. And Forky is brought to life through being played with and is constantly wanting to go back into the trash because he feels like he's trash. because he's actually
What?
trash. He's actually made out of trash. But anyway,
Match toileting.
but he also, but then he starts to develop his toyness. You know, he's like, okay, I'm a toy. Now what am I gonna do? You know, and then Woody kind of becomes his father figure and all that. Kind of teaches him
Oh,
how to be a toy and all that type of thing. You know.
makes him realize he is a toy.
Indeed, yes. But he does it very a lot more kindly than in Buzz.
Buzz
you know?
Lightyear.
Yes.
Oh,
But anyway, you know, Woody and Forky get lost in like this small town in like Montana or something.
Montana.
I don't know.
okay.
It's a small town. It's a
Billings,
small
perhaps?
American town with a carnival. It's a carnival, like, it's a small American town with a carnival in it. That's it. And
Yeah.
he gets lost, trying to get Forky back, but turns out that he finds Bonnie. Or no, he finds Bo. His long lost love. They don't actually call them, you know, love, but, you know, he's his long lost love, let's put it that way. And he has to go trying to find how to get Forky back, at least Forky back to Bonnie, and him back to Bonnie. But Bo's like, listen, you've done your parts. Bonnie doesn't care about you. You got to go out and you got to experience what it feels like to just be played with by kids that actually want to play with you, you know?
He should already know what that feels like.
He does,
From
but
back in the 90s. I mean, but alright, a toilet's a toilet, I guess.
I don't know. But
I don't
he's
either.
I'm trying to explain it, but you gotta
It's
watch the
hard,
movie in order to really divulge a lot from it. But anyway,
Alright, I'll put it on Disney Plus.
not now, but later. Anyway,
Well, yeah, of course. Just kidding.
so there's this doll in an antique store that wants Woody's like voice box so she can, you know, talk, I guess, for her human, because she wants to be bought by this perfect human, apparently. And Woody actually does give up his voice box to this doll in order for her to be played with and be accepted by this kid.
Wait. So this doll is gonna say, "Reach for the stars" or "sky," whatever Tom Hanks said.
No, she's gonna.
Oh, okay.
Her voice box is missing like a piece or something, and Woody's got a piece. So they basically do open heart surgery on them or whatever. And I don't know. Anyway, Woody took his voice box out and brought that piece into this doll or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, then, you know, the doll goes to this perfect kid and, you know, she can talk. But guess what?
Oops.
The
not
kid
right
kid
word.
literally goes, nah, and throws it away. Throws her away. Now, we were all like, whoa, what the heck, you know?
What the toilet in the bowl? That didn't
Indeed.
even make sense.
It's like a rug pull. And
It's a rug pull.
yeah, but it's like a whoa, what the heck, you know? But anyway. So
A rug pull, huh? Okay.
it's like the rug pulled out from under you. But
I
anyway.
got you.
So then they go finding Bonnie and all that, but along the way, the doll finds this other human, and Woody helps this other human find the doll, and they're actually, happy and all that type of thing. So gives him a new sense of purpose and all that. So yeah, Woody decides to bring Forky back, but he decides to leave Bonnie and leave the rest of the toys and Buzz.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, and be with Bo in the carnival, trying to
Hello.
trying to give toys to, you know, humans and all that so they can get played with and all that stuff.
I see.
So anyway, yeah, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it, you know? But anyway,
Okay.
there are some issues with this film. Like, for instance, a lot of the characters, like Rex, Mr. Potato.
This actor died.
What? Yeah, the actors died,
the-
but they used
That's what I thought.
they used archival like voice work, not AI, because this is before AI. But they
AI
used
was around.
AI was sort of around, but it wasn't.
It was fully around, but okay.
I guess, but it wasn't.
I know.
Anyway, so
Yes, tell us.
they used archival like audio from previous films to make to flesh out their characters and all that. Be all like, yeah, they're still here, you know, that type of thing. Buzz, but it feels like that. It feels like there's something missing there, you know.
Yeah.
Buzz
gotcha.
is a lot more stupid in this film.
Aw,
He's
let me
like,
guess, because they're pissed off at
no, this was
Tim
before
Allen
that. This was before
Okay.
that. Again,
Okay.
these films take like 4 years on average to make. So they
Okay,
started making
I
this
gotcha.
in like 2015 or something. So it was, and he did all that stuff in like 2019 or something like that. I don't know, but it's like when he was doing the rounds for Toy Story 4 or whatever, but it was before
gotcha.
that. But yeah, so all along he's just talking about his inner voice and like what his inner voice is, and I'm just like, are you serious right now? You're just complaining about your inner voice, your conscious and all that. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? Buzz? Are you kidding me right now? Like, what the heck? And this is basically Woody the movie. Like, you know how there's a Lightyear movie?
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
This is
yeah.
basically Woody the movie, except Toy Story 4 skin. But
Woody's Roundup the movie. There
basically,
you go.
yeah. But this is a very well done film, though. The jokes are absolutely hilarious. They are the best jokes. Oh, there's Meowers. He's meowing up a storm. Anyway, though. Oh, here he is. He's here. I don't know what he's doing. What you doing? Bless you. That was a Sackbuster.
Oh, the back sister.
Yeah, the animals are making noise, kind of folks. I live in a zoo now. Anyway, the jokes are absolutely freaking hilarious. Okay, Key and Peele. You know who Key and Peele are?
Yes.
They play characters in this film, and it is absolutely
Wowee.
hilarious. Everything they do is just comedy gold.
Hilarious.
It is so
For you,
so
at
well
least.
done. For me, yes, because you haven't seen it, but it's so good. It's basically they basically play like a very up version of Beavis and Butthead, I would say. Yeah.
Well, that makes me wish it were Beavis and Butthead then. So 1 out of 10. Sorry.
Well, there you go, I guess. Anyway, though,
Kidding.
the comedy hits because
Uh-huh.
the comedy's so high, the drama's got to be super high as well. This is probably the most dramatic Toy Story out of all of them, like the saddest one. And that's saying a lot because Toy Story 3 was really sad.
What?
Yeah, Toy Story 3 was really
Kidding.
sad, but Toy Story 4, it's like Buzz and Woody. We've been on this journey with Buzz and Woody forever, and now they probably will never see each other again. Like, this is, like, for a long time, this was the end, and Buzz and Woody are, like, going away from each other. That's like your childhood dying right in front of you, but it's done so well, you know?
Yeah. Huh. I don't know. This one sounds a little iffy for me so far. But
I don't know. For
Never
me,
know.
I think it works. For many people, it's like an 8 out of 10 or whatever, but I would give it a 9 out of 10 because
as long as it's not a 10.
No, it's not a 10 necessarily.
It's definitely not.
I would put this just slightly, ever so slightly above Toy Story 3, and I can't believe I'm saying that, kind folks. I was here in 2019, college slam, ready to tear a new butthole out of this film, but it works. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it works. And I'm happy it's not a waste of time. Dare I say it, it's probably the Cars 3 for skits, honestly.
I see what you're getting at.
Indeed. Anyway, though,